friends, thank you for joining me today, and I'm glad you did because I've got something pretty great for you, and that is another holiday themed video. This time, I'm going back to something I did last year, which is baking in the kitchen, which is a new kitchen. You haven't seen this kitchen yet. So this is my kitchen now, and we're gonna bake in it. We're not gonna do pinwheels. I did that real bad last time. They were good, but I did it real bad. This time we're gonna do a sugar cookie bread. Interesting. That'll be something. It sounded really good, and I want to try it, so I'm going to do that. Got my ingredients all laid out here behind me, and we're just going to go, shall we? How about that? All right, so the first thing we got to do is we got to preheat the oven, and the oven here, for some reason, takes a tremendous amount of time to preheat, and I don't know why. But we're going to preheat it to 350, and then it's going to be a little surprise for us later in the video. Got a large bowl. I'm gonna do some mixing in, and I need 1 cup of butter melted. So let's go back here. Now, I've got Country Crock. Now, is Country Crock butter? I don't think technically, because it doesn't say butter on the container, but it looks and it tastes close enough to butter that I'm willing to let it go. So let's get a cup of that. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. So getting another bowl, not metal, because we need to melt this butter. So we're gonna do just that. That is a lot of butter, oh my god. You don't really think about how much a cup of butter is until, like, you see it in person. So I'm gonna melt this. I'm gonna put a little paper towel over it so it doesn't pop and sputter all over the microwave, and we'll be right back. Alright, so that's pretty damn well melted. So I'm gonna get back to it now. While that was melting, I put my sugar, I measured out my 2 cups of sugar. 2 cups of butter and 2 cups of sugar, are you kidding me? That is, I mean, that's a Christmas to me, baby. Transfer this to this bowl for a second. So I've got a cup of melted butter and I'll pop this into the bowl. Oh yeah, you like that? You like that? I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna stand mix. So, alright, so in this bowl, you may or may not be able to see it, but I don't know what kind of angle my camera's getting right now, is I'm going to add the sugar to this butter and kind of cream it together. Now, normally when you cream butter and sugar together, the butter doesn't get melted. The butter is like great cold butter, and you do it that way. But I'm following the recipe. That's what it told me to do. Now it calls for 2 teaspoons of almond extract and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, but I don't have almond extract. And one time I read a recipe, the pinwheel recipe actually, that said you can just use extra vanilla. So I'm gonna do all vanilla because I like vanilla. You always measure over your mixing bowl with vanilla. At least that's what I was taught. Because a couple extra drops isn't gonna hurt anything, but you also don't have to clean up the counter. And let's face it, I'm gonna have to clean up the counter anyway, but at least this is cleaner. Now I've added my extract, and now I have to add 3 whole eggs. Ooh, squishy. Gross. Gonna have to wash my hands. Why did I do that? I'm a strange guy. I'm a wacky guy. And I also wish I wasn't like this. No, that's not true. I love who I am. That's an important lesson that everybody should learn. Love who you are. Because you only get one of you, so you might as well love it. Oh, hello, friend! That was not as startling as I expected it to be. Now, the thing about accepting who you are and loving who you are is that it's okay if that requires some growth or some change. That's fine. It's still who you are at the end of the day. Infinite possibilities. We love that for you. Gotta get my cup of milk ready. We have to slowly incorporate the milk into this mix. So I'm going to beat it all together until it's smooth. I could 8 ounces. Is this 8 ounces? I don't know. Whatever, however much. This is a cup. I don't know why I didn't just pour it directly into the bowl. Back to beating. I'm a beating fool. We've got our wet. Now it's time for our dry. Really quick, just in case you thought I was playing. Yes, I do have my eggnog. It's still just as good as it was last video, and all the other videos will be good. So. Baking is kind of a science. That's what they say anyway. And so you want to make sure that you're measuring out your ingredients as best as you possibly can. Cooking is easier to riff on because flavors, flavors are adaptable with cooking. And flavors are kind of adaptable with baking too. But the problem that you run into with baking over cooking is that your measurements, like if you don't get the right amount of mix for certain things, it just doesn't bake right or cook right or taste right, so you gotta be very careful. So we're doing 2 3/4 cups of flour. I imagine you could probably sub like almond flour or whatever other kind of flour exists that isn't all-purpose flour or AP flour if you're pretentious. But I'm not that, so I'm not gonna. Throw in our salt, half a teaspoon. It always baffled me how such little amounts could make any kind of a difference in anything when you're baking, but so is the strange way of the world, So I've got a half teaspoon here, so I'm going to do 3 of these for 1 1/2. Slowly putting away everything, because cleaning as you go is the way to do it. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. Boop. It says batter. It says batter, but it says butter melted. I'm scared. I'm scared this is going to be what it's supposed to be. But at this point, we're too far gone. This is nuked my baking supplies. I had literally exactly 2 cups of sugar left. So that could have been fun. Of course, the one utensil I don't have is a whisk. So I'm gonna use a fork to whisk this together because I'm resourceful. See? Powder. So now we're back over here and we're going to slowly incorporate the flour, the dry ingredients into the wet. It says it's supposed to be batter, but maybe batter is when it combines together and they're just using it preemptively, but this is a liquid. This is a soup. So we'll see. Oh, it's dusting everywhere. We're dusting up a storm. Okay, now see, this is batter. Now this is what I'm talking about. You want to mix it up, there's no clumps or raw bits of flour in there. That's going to impact how it tastes by a lot. I tried to make sugar cookies from scratch one time, and I guess I didn't mix the batter entirely well. And yeah, they were fine, but they weren't as sweet and they tasted like flour. So the beatings have completed. Now we're gonna add sprinkles. How many sprinkles? A quarter of a cup? That's a lot of fucking sprinkles. But who am I to deny? Do I have? Yeah, I do. The instructions. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have just enough for sprinkling on top, which is great. Get some colorful sprinkles. And we are going to fold those in to the mixture. So we'll sprinkle like half of them. Because what we don't want to do is we don't want these sprinkles to bleed and the color just kind of becomes purposeless. We want them to be individual little independent snowflakes in the sea of batter. So we'll kind of stir and fold. And see, it's already kind of becoming, they're already kind of bleeding a little bit, so I don't want to mess around too much. I think that's good. And yeah, I mean, you can't really see it. I'm scared to pour some out, but yeah, it looks good. So now I've got my 2 loaf pans, and it says just to spray them, but I'm a paranoid boy. So I'm gonna put parchment paper and spray them because I know who I am as a person. So I've decided to do an experiment. One is just going to be straight up cooking spray with no parchy. And the other one is going to be parchy and cooking spray. Let's see which one turns out better. Why not? I'm going to be a little scientific about this. It says each pan should get about 3.5 cups of batter. So I'm going to scoop that out into each pan. Isn't that nice? Like cute and delicious. Alright, we're already working with kind of a limp here because the one with the parchy only has 2.5 cups. They lied to me! Papa don't take kindly to being lied to. We'll just get everything we can. We'll just hope for the best, you know what I'm saying? That's all we can do. It's Christmas. Hope for the best. That should be Christmas's new tagline. Christmas. Hope for the best. Wow. Okay, so now that that's done, we'll pop them in the oven and we'll work on our glaze. There's a glaze component. Haha. 50 to 60 minutes? What the fuck? Okay, fine. Fine. 50 to 60 minutes, whatever. I guess we'll cook you. Whatever, bro. Stupid. So we'll set a timer for 55 minutes and let's do the icing. The little glaze for it. So for the glaze we need 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. So we'll scoop that over the sink because powdered sugar is messy. And this recipe has wiped out most of my like standard supplies, which I guess is fine because what else are you doing with your baking supplies if not Christmas? Half a teaspoon of vanilla. I put that away too soon. Throw that in there. 3 tablespoons of milk. So, for this I'm going to be a little bit random. So random. That feels like about 3 tablespoons. So let me Mix this. Like, I'm trying to, like, it's, I mean, it's clumping. I mean, I think that's what I wanted to do. I want it to come together to glaze, right? Because the amount of liquid that's in here right now is obvious, not turning into like powdered sugar Play-Doh, which I can't tell if that'd be a fun thing or not, but probably not. Yeah, that's looking like a glaze. That's what Daddy like. Yeah, that looks about right. That consistency. And the recipe calls for pink food coloring, but it's Christmassy holiday, so I'm going to use green because I don't want it to look like it's covered in blood, and green is in Christmassy color. So I'll do a couple drops in there. See how that reacts. Ooh, yeah. This is coming along real nicely. I like it. I like it. I like it, love. Could be more green. Needs more grape. It's mint green. It needs to be Christmas green. More. Oh yeah, that's the holiday spirit I've been looking for, baby. With the recipe, with the glaze part just says use your judgment a lot, so I am being very judicious. I could be even a little bit darker, so I'm gonna do just like 2 and a smidgen more drops, and call it good. Yeah, that looks good. That's my glaze. Hooray! All right, well, I'm at a point in the video where I have nothing to do until the food is finished baking. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna clean up, and then we'll be right back. For you, it's gonna be like a second. For me, it's gonna be 49 plus minutes. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, we are back, and the bread is done, and it looks real interesting. So I'll show you this angle. So this one turned out as bread tends to turn out. Looks like a bread. The parchment paper on this one, on this experiment, dented in certain parts of the bread. But you know what? It'll still eat. And that's the only thing that matters, really. Scoot a little bit, and we're gonna drizzle some glaze over top of the bread. And you know what? Perhaps this isn't the most efficient way to do it, but I don't care. So once this is done, I will let you know. And while it's still wet, we'll get some sprinkles on the top. I regret that these aren't more Christmassy because I was not thinking about it at the time. So this is what we get. Boom. Some good looking bread. Mind if I keep this? It's a little less Christmassy than I want. I think it would have been nice if the glaze was a little darker green, but hey, it looks good. So we'll let this cool and then try it out. I forgot this was on too. Oh, hey there. So I'm gonna slice it, and I wanted to give you a nice little angle here, just to see, so you can see the insides. And yeah, let's do that. put it here. So first we'll slice the weird misshapen one. Just get the end off of it just so we can peek in. Oh yeah, look at that. It's cute. And then same deal with this guy. Oh boy. Alright. The real question is, how do they taste? Ooh, hot damn. That's good. Wow, that's really good. What I like about it is not like super sweet. It's just sweet enough. I dig that. Wow. Alright, so that was the non-parchment paper one that had 3.5 cups of batter. This is the one that had 2.5 cups in parchment paper. So, see how this one tastes. You know what? Tastes exactly the same. Sure does. That's good. Yeah, I like it a lot. That's really good. But don't just take my word for it. I bet somebody else is going to try it to make sure, keep me honest. Make sure everything's going great. Make sure it tastes delicious, like I think it does. So, it's Chelsea.
Hi.
She's going to eat the bread.
Here I go.
Here she goes. Lie. No, I'm kidding. Don't lie. Be honest.
That's really good.
Yeah?
The first bite, before I was even like chewing a lot, it tasted almost exactly like funfetti cake. It's not as sugary as that, but it's still delicious.
That's what I noted about it too. Like it's not like super sweet, but it's like just sweet enough.
Yeah, because when you have banana bread or something, you don't want it to be like stupid sweet.
No, it's not cake, it's bread. It's bread. It's bread. Good though?
Yeah. I'm going to finish it.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Well, that's it, I guess. It was a lot less labor intensive than the pinwheels were, I'll tell you that much, and it tastes very good, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So that's my holiday baking video for this year. Maybe I'll do another one next year. It's kind of fun. But yeah, why not? I had a good time. Lessons learned are no lessons because it was perfect and I'm perfect and nothing went wrong. Do the good YouTube things, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know I'm doing a good job. And hit that bell notification. YouTube will tell you exactly when new videos come out on the channel. And as always, I would like to remind you, have a great life and happy holidays. Thank you very much.